about it. I'm Lady T. Let's talk about it. I'm Lady T.
Welcome back to another Lady T. Let's talk about it. I'm your host, Lady T, and we're going to get right into our topic for the evening. But first, I hope everyone has had a great summer. I miss you all, but I'm excited for you all to join me every Sunday at 7 p.m. on Facebook and Instagram Live. If you missed the live segment, don't worry, because we'll be putting it up on YouTube within a week. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about sex. Oh, let's talk about sex, baby. Never mind, I'm so sorry. Like, definitely. Listen. So, our goal is just to make a taboo topic less. Sorry. It's not. So, to make it a less taboo topic and more of an open discussion. So here to join me is my phenomenal panel of millennials that are going to bring you the real. Like, each and every one of them got something real, okay? So join me in welcoming, I have Kiara holding it down. Hello, Kiara.
Hey, Sandy.
I have Miles. Where's up? So behind me I have Dijon. Call him Sensei. Y'all know him from Relationship Part 1. I have Alexis joining us. Hey, girl, hey. And I have Aaron. Aaron, what is up?
Aaron, that French?
I really call him Aaron, but like, I feel like I did. You need a little grunt in it, okay? So, let's get into it. So, we have a list of questions. As some of you know, I did ask you guys what questions would you want to talk about with sex, dealing about sex, what questions you had for the opposite gender or the same gender. Listen, your preference is your preference. Okay? Okay. So, one of the questions we got, what do you all think about sex on the first date? Is it a no or we grown?
We grown.
We grown.
We grown.
Okay, so we grown, right?
Nah.
Guys say we grown. So already we got a division. So why sex on the first date? For the people who say yeah.
I mean, it's not like a requirement, but like if it happens, it happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you feel that person, you vibe like that, it happens.
So you
don't just be like, okay, first date, no. If y'all feeling each other, if y'all vibing like that, hey, let it happen, man. That's
listen.
how I say.
God gonna
But
forgive
like, okay, so what you saying?
See, I ain't bring God to this. See,
you. Hey, he gonna forgive you, bro.
yeah, facts, he is.
Hey,
But I ain't thinking about that at the time.
Okay. So
I just think before I start taking you out on dates and spending $100, I'll sample what I'm getting first, right?
Oh!
So we got a sample before we start. But like, what about the girl? Now I'm like, you know, for the girl, I'm just like, dang. Like, is that what he want? Like,
If you want some cookie, you gotta pay for it. So
No,
I'm just
prostituting is only illegal. Only legal in Nevada. Okay. So you gotta pay for it, right?
yeah, you gotta like go.
But then,
Like not pay. You're not saying like
basically,
You gotta date.
I'm paying for your, basically what you say, I'm paying for your meal, I gotta pay for it. Now I'm paying for pussy.
No, multiple.
Listen, okay. So I got a follow-up question, right? So y'all said we grown. Do you judge a female if she does have sex on the first date?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yes. Yes.
She is a
Bye.
She's grown too.
She grown?
She's grown too.
Okay, so next question.
And I'm not telling my boys.
You know that's the first person y'all like to tell is y'all.
And y'all girls, like your best friends right in the group chat.
You absolutely right.
Guess what I did here yesterday? All the
You're
time.
absolutely right. If you want to know anything, don't go to somebody else. You go to the group chat. I'm just saying. So, if you said you don't judge her when she has sex on the first date, what about the woman you're trying to wife? Like, do you judge her then? Oh,
Again.
you took a breath.
Breathe oxygen? Anyways, so I go back for the first time. I said, if we vibing like that and it happens, and then that might go further or it might not.
Okay.
This is how y'all be vibing with each other, honestly.
Okay, so it's all on vibes. Comment check. I got. Okay, Courtney said, "Hey Sensei." That's to Dijon. Courtney also said, "It's a no for me, dog."
Wow.
So I feel
tough.
like women,
That's
we
tough.
do not. That's not how our mind works. Like I just feel as though.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like that is a feminist. Like, why hold yourself back in that way? Who cares
Okay.
about a body count?
So you say who cares about a body count?
God,
I don't get you. I don't know my
insecure
girl's
men,
body count.
insecure men care about body count.
Facts. And
That's
facts.
all that is.
That's it.
Okay.
And the reason why we think a lot of the things that we think is because we're taught to think like that. You're taught to think as a woman that your most important thing about you is your vagina.
Right.
So that's the most important thing that you have to give, when it's the opposite, because if somebody breaks your heart, you're less likely to fall in love or be open to somebody as if somebody just hit it and quit it.
Right.
So I just think that we need to start.
So do y'all see why I call him Sensei? Come on, man.
Man.
And I was gonna wait until you said and answered like that, because you talked about that wasn't the thing that you should hold, your peers, right? All right. So this one is another one. Sex without feelings. Can you do it?
Of course.
Yeah.
Can it happen?
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Most
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
yes. Like no feelings at all. Like
None.
so you
I feel
can.
like we need some more. Y'all, that's crazy that both of y'all said yes.
Yeah.
Most women,
Yeah.
like,
Even like-
And I'm on the opposite spectrum. Like we.
What do you
But
mean?
giving that answer to the first question.
What do you like? Okay, so
But I'm also a Cancer, so I'm like super emotional. Yeah,
I'm a Cancer too.
Oh, she is. So we got a whole
I'm
Cancer
Cancer
too.
too. No, I'm
I'm
emotional,
like-
but I.
Can we go
do
back for a second though?
Okay.
So if it's okay, if you guys can have sex without feelings attached, why is it not okay to have sex on the first date?
Because I think I'm dating you in order to, because I'm vibing with you. If I'm vibing with you, I'm going on a date with you because I want to have feelings for you. You know what I mean? But if I think you're attractive, that's just different. I don't gotta have feelings for you in order to have sex with you. You just attractive. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
that's how I feel about it.
Agreed.
Okay.
Noted.
So
Jot that down.
you can take notes, jot it down. So one of the comments says, for women, it's harder to have sex without feelings. Absolutely. Do y'all disagree with that for the ladies? Like I know you said you can, but
It is harder.
you ever got caught up?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, but that's
Yeah, it
real.
happens. I mean, yeah.
Sheesh, that's tough.
My mind could never.
So do you think you can ever hit it and quit it?
I mean,
Maybe after the third. No.
So you didn't hit it and quit it. You hit it, stayed for a little bit,
Hit it,
your main goals, and then you quit it.
It just depends. I've had those moments where I'm like, this ain't going nowhere. Let's do that. Let me leave.
So you tipped out. She said she tipped out.
that's tough.
Okay.
There's levels though, isn't there levels? Like I feel like when you are intimate with somebody, like there's levels to what you're willing to give them, and if you go all the way and give them the whole thing the first time, they're more likely to be caught up. So I feel like the person who you're with isn't it kind of like their choice whether you hit it and quit it, depending on the type of performance they give you, maybe?
Yes, but the last part of your statement is most important. Type of performance. Because we can go all the way, but I'm not taking it all the.
Like, basically saying,
I'm not performing
all his tricks.
But then that's the thing. Like, if you don't pull out all your tricks, and that goes for the ladies and the men, like, how do you expect to, like, kind of grab that person?
True.
So, you talking about sex on the first date, like, you got to, like, you got to stretch.
I gotta keep
You got to, like, you got to
You
get
don't
right.
have to pull out all your tricks the first time in order for me to know if I want to have a second time. You don't have to show me everything the first time.
So the whole family was laughing because the producer just fell out. But we getting real.
No, but seriously.
So you say you don't need top performance the first time.
No, cause.
But at what time then?
You said what?
I said at what time then?
When are you gonna give the top? Oh, yeah.
Or
And when does that come out?
when does it come out? Because essentially you only get one time to make a good first impression.
That's true.
But what if the rest of the skills are so?
So like,
decent,
especially,
you know.
go ahead.
So what if the rest of the skills are so on par? I don't need to bust out the rest of the tricks.
But for guys, we're talking about hitting and quitting. If you have, so it could. Oh, is Auntie still alive? Yeah, she's cool. Thank you for checking on the producer.
Did my mom just put I'm watching Keith?
Block.
I'm like,
Yeah, you need to hear what a temporary block.
She did not know. She cool. Listen, Miss Kim, tune in, girlfriend. What you have to say? Right. So for guys,
That's awkward.
where did the requested followers? Where they at though?
Probably gotta go.
Where they at, though? But
Oh, I gotta go to the. Because I'm watching it different. Listen, we'll get to you guys. We'll get to you. Type in your comments. We'll definitely read them. So for the guys, right? You talked about hitting it and quitting it. Are you involved with more than one person?
I mean
that's the thing.
With 2 children, so.
Okay, so Aaron's engaged with 2 children, so you're not.
That's a wrap on that.
Hey, wifey, we love you.
I feel like that question should be like total experience.
I mean, it's
most of us are probably involved with
somebody.
one person.
okay. So it's a general thing, not like right now. So think back to your 30 days,
Oh,
if you have them. If you have
I've been
them,
sanctified all my life.
listen, what are you doing? But listen, no, on a serious note. So even thinking back before you got into a committed relationship, and if you have been involved with multiple people, if that person doesn't put out their top performance, like, are you on to the next one?
Me.
Because that's still that judging on that top performance.
is this a question for everybody?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna go on. We can work on it.
yeah, I'm like, first time shame on you, second time shame on me. It ain't happening third time. You know what I mean?
So that got 3 times.
3 chances.
You know what I mean?
Three
Like,
strikes and you out.
That means
But
you talk to the person 3 times, or it's just like 3 experiences.
this is experiences I'm referring to now.
Okay.
You know, I think sometimes if the person, depending on the vibe, like we've been talking about, if the person has a good vibe, I mean, there's something they can work on. Everybody's got things they can work on.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I was recently watching this because I absolutely love it. But have you ever seen what's it called? R. Kelly's Trapped in a Closet series?
Man, listen.
Yes, no?
It's been on my playlist lately,
Yeah.
like heavy.
But listen, but
That's
it's a bomb. Like
That's a
he
good
was
story.
good for that.
It's a good story.
It was a good story, despite what he going through in real life.
What he did to folks, bro. Come on, be real.
But it's what he did to
This is
folks.
just a song. We focus on the song.
So we're focusing on the
Okay,
song
okay.
part,
One
right?
time about yours.
So, in there, have you watched it all the way to the end?
No, I don't think
Because
so.
there's like 30, I think it's like 30 or 40 actual things, right?
What?
But
Yeah, I know I haven't.
you have to, like, you gotta go to different websites to get to it. I don't know why they made it so hard. But, at the end, they talk about the package. That's the whole point of the story, is talking about the package. And the package ends up being HIV and AIDS. And that's what connects everybody in that whole story. Definitely
That's
go back and look at it.
I know that.
If you've taken it that far.
Oh, okay.
So they end up, all of them ends up on a talk show at the end, and it's talking about the package. And like I said, it ends up being HIV. So you know at the beginning how he was caught in the closet with one person. She was married to another guy who was gay, who...
Wait, time out.
I'm telling you, you guys need to look at it. See? I think about some stuff. So, whatever the case, they were talking about the package, which is HIV and AIDS. The question is, at what point do you think you should tell your partner who you're sexual with when you have, or not you guys specifically, but when is a good time to tell somebody about HIV, AIDS, or STDs, sexually transmitted diseases?
Prior to sexual contact.
Right.
Because in a lot of states, that is assault.
Yes.
It's assault?
In a lot of states, it is assault.
What state?
Florida, let's start with that.
We are starting Florida. So it's okay. So you say prior, everybody says prior to
That's
Yeah.
sexual contact?
You're in danger of my life.
Okay, so what if somebody says like well, that's my business. Like, what if it's one of those?
Then I am not your business.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like, that's our business. If I,
No.
you know,
Okay.
that's our business.
Yes.
That's I agree. Prior to sexual contact, that's a conversation you should have.
And leave it up to me. Like, if you cute, then I'll roll the dice, but...
But okay, no, but listen,
Absolutely not.
that's true stuff. Like that's legit. So you're saying,
Sheesh.
so you're saying,
Give
give you the option
Right.
of, oh god,
Playing with your life. No,
give you right. You say somebody's playing with your life.
Yeah,
Give you the option of
Right.
staying or not.
Correct.
Is basically what you're saying. I mean, I think that's important because there are some that you can. Well, if I ever, I lied. I don't even say that. Never mind. We're gonna go. No. Because I was speaking morally. Like, you should tell somebody. You should tell somebody beforehand, type thing. Because I've heard people who say, "Yo, that's my business." Whatever. Because there are some that you can like keep it on the low or
If that's your
whatever.
business, you've said enough. You know what I mean? If you're being defensive already about that's my business,
Right. And
I know enough. I'm good.
Correct. Facts.
Okay.
I'm good.
Facts.
All right. So this one, I don't even know how to ask this one.
Come on with it.
Oh,
Okay. So this one is, it was from a female. Why do men wear condoms that don't fit? What? You can't protect yourself with a saggy condom. That go pack ain't for everybody. But it's a legit question. Like, it's a legit question for ladies. So, I need one of the males to, 50 seconds.
Oh my god.
Like, I need somebody.
I need help.
Anybody on Facebook Live or Instagram Live, I need you to answer that question. Why do men wear condoms that don't fit? You can't protect yourself with a saggy condom. The gold pack ain't for everybody.
Okay, so
Okay?
I feel so bad for whoever asked this
right.
question.
I mean, but it's a legit thing. For females, like, every man may say, like, oh, I got that gold pack. Why? Like, you may have sex with that person in your life.
Expectations. If you saying I got a gold pack, want a gold pack, they like the girls like, ooh, okay.
Right,
You got
okay,
some.
you got the gold
Oh, he
pack.
got some, and then you put a little pew. That's expectation. If I was like to let that.
Listen.
It is all about expectations.
So it's like a girl wearing a D-cup bra and taking that joint off, and it's A cup in there. It's the exact same thing. Wrong imitation.
It is.
But I
You're
ain't gonna
right.
say that, though.
It's all-
I'm gonna leave that alone.
I mean, it is all about the expectation. So I think that answered that question. Men, set the right expectation because women gonna be looking for it. You gotta slang that thing correctly if you gonna have a gold pack.
Prior though, like why
That's what I'm saying. Why are we talking about gold packs?
Put it on the
Instead of
proper size.
Not
And if you're
even-
insecure, make sure the lights are off. And once you make that first, then
You made up for the what?
I'm saying, then you
I mean, listen.
And if
But
you put on a
then,
proper pregame show,
That
what
makes
you're
up
working
for it.
with is still gonna be acceptable.
I can respect it. I can respect it.
okay, Alexis respects it.
I can respect it.
Okay.
You know?
So this is for us ladies. When women are being nice, are you just being nice or interested in something else?
On the what?
What?
When women are being nice, so if you're in a club, if you're like, you know, we can be flirty, and sometimes it can have purpose. So when women aren't being nice, are you just being nice or are you interested in something else?
It just depends where we're at. Like you said,
Okay.
we're in a club. I'm like, okay, I'm not buying my drinks tonight.
Wow.
Okay?
That routes
That
back
is
to
a good
question
point.
one for me, but anyway.
That's your first date? I
already
said
spent $140 on drinks, so.
they expensive.
What's happening?
Not going
Finesse.
not leaving the club with no.
I mean, not finesse queens, but
What are you talking about?
But we
Listen.
if we're in the club, I got to see what's up. You can't be in the club and somebody else pay for you. Like, you can't pay for my drink. Like, no.
That's crazy.
No.
Scam life.
You put it on his second.
But it's not, though. Cause like, if you can't even pay for my drink, like, what can you?
What does that
Okay,
mean?
why you
We about to
even-
be Netflix and chilling on my Netflix.
Okay.
No.
Oh, so
my
you
best friend's
already
Netflix.
when you meet that guy, you already know, oh, he ain't cute. But I know your mind, you be like, okay, he ain't cute, but he like me, but he gonna buy all my drinks then.
I mean,
He
that's
got money. Get it all. He got money. Get it all.
I mean, if he's flexing,
That's your fault. If you're flexing.
if he's
Don't be flexing if you're not ready to pay.
Don't talk to him, push him off then if you're not cute, if you're not interested in him.
Why?
Alright,
I mean,
cool, noted.
but he could have his baby mama at home, and then he could afford to pay for our drinks. But because it was a video, it was like, no, because it was a video, and I think it was on Facebook, and one of the, I think it's the baby mama had pulled up. I think it was at Walmart on her boyfriend or the baby daddy, not just boyfriend, on the baby daddy and his girlfriend. He was spending their food stamps. They wanted it out, but she showed her tail. Like I doubt he'd go back to that Walmart. So he's spending not even his food stamps, her food stamps on the new shit. Okay.
You see what I mean?
So ladies, if you were a girlfriend, like what would you think? Like what would you think when somebody came up like that and caught your man, or not your man, but your man spending their money?
He would got drugged.
You were,
He would
oh
got drugged.
shit!
We
So
would've been fighting.
you fighting on site?
Dragged.
I was like drugs. What you talking about with?
See,
Oh,
you said
drugs.
drug.
Yeah,
I
I
was
thought
like,
you said
I was like, so I was like,
That's like
no.
saying you about to get attacked.
Drag.
You about to get attacked.
I was vibing with her for one
So
second.
then,
I was like,
drugs.
I was like,
if that's the case, then you got
Get up
two
and leave.
people who are now on your case. So man, I just feel like you should just keep it 100.
You got two people on your case and you want food stamps.
I mean,
You got a problem.
but I can't even lie. Like I was in college and trying to be on food stamps.
I ain't mad at you. That's a different struggle. That's a
Yeah,
different struggle.
like I was tired of peanut butter and jelly.
That's
What?
different.
You couldn't? Hey, mm-mm.
Hey,
When
look.
you got an apartment and you
Different types of
No, I ain't
ramen
even mad
noodles.
at you.
Yes, bro.
So
I can't let
Them joints get
like,
love.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm saying, do you know food stamps cover like seafood? Like legit, like
Food stamps
crabs.
cover anything that is not already prepared. So if it's warm, you cannot buy it with food stamps. How I know? Because when my son was born, we qualified. I was using it.
Listen, so let's check some of these comments. We have Samara who says usually a purpose for when women are being, women are being nice. Okay. Courtney said dragged across the store hunty. HONTTTEYYY. Okay. So you're not just getting like regularly attacked. You're getting dragged hunty.
That's tough.
Maisha says everything has to be open communication. So you got to communicate, and I think this was talking about that, telling somebody about STD question. So going back to the STD question, because we had another question come in, would you keep messing with somebody with an STD?
Absolutely not.
Even if you can
Depends on
control
what
it?
it is.
depends on what it is.
Because that's what it is.
What were you involved in that gained you that STD?
So,
That's what I'm saying.
somebody who
That's
is
what
not
I'm
being
saying.
honest.
She
with
said
you.
like-
Somebody who
Go
is
ahead.
not being honest with you. That's what you want.
Okay.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what
So
you
like,
want.
was I messing with you heavy, and then you got STD, and I'm still supposed to mess with you heavy after this?
That's
I
a
mean,
different
that's
story.
not
That's a
gonna
big
happen.
Wait.
Yeah, like that's not gonna
That's up
happen.
there with cheating. Like that's
That's
a
not gonna
huge betrayal.
Or too big of a condom.
Listen.
Everybody ain't for that magnum life. I mean, that's a legit
But I
thing.
mean, that's true. Yeah.
Listen.
It happened.
That's when you gotta pull more rabbits out.
You said you gotta pull more rabbits out of the hat.
Oh, my.
So, how many of us on this couch will say you would keep messing with somebody with an STD?
I would.
Depends on what it is.
Yeah, I would.
Really? Okay.
Because
So-
technically, if it's like,
So, what if they got HIV and AIDS?
It's
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, no.
literally.
That's a different route.
I mean,
Hold the story.
Wait,
I mean, you still get it sexually, so would you still mess with somebody who had HIV and AIDS?
That's hard.
It's gonna be a hard.
That's
no.
hard. It just depends on the level. There's different
Correct.
levels.
I don't have enough information to make an informed decision about it.
Okay,
Facts.
so
Scenario,
right? Scenario. If you have somebody who they got it, because my thing is, it don't really matter how you got it.
But you got it.
You got it now. It's yours.
Yeah.
Like, but you're taking the proper precautions of handling it, and you're trying to live a regular life.
Got what though?
HIV
The big
and
one.
hey, the big one.
The package.
The
I'm
package.
with you, John, because I don't know much about how you can still work with it so
That's another
I mean,
Because
that is
then
a good
you
question.
bring up other questions like, can you have children? Is
That's
the
what I'm
child gonna be
saying.
born with that?
Right.
Like,
So, like,
that's
okay.
too much. That's a lot.
But so is that a conversation you would have with that person in considering still messing with them?
depends on how deep we are.
Right.
If we like,
If
But you
just
said
if you're not
they
doing
should.
anything.
But wait, you said before you get sexually involved, you would want somebody to tell you about something like that.
Ooh, that's
So,
fair. That's fair.
Technically, if they told you on the front end, y'all could, especially since you said you would have sex on the first date.
Ouch.
Think about it.
Y'all did say that.
Okay, LadyT, let's talk about it. So,
That's
like,
fair.
Yeah.
so what now?
okay, if we talked about it and I ain't, that's something I ain't get myself into. Already.
So if they told you on the back end,
But I'm not gonna lie, you don't always ask everybody up front.
okay, okay.
If they
So-
said if they said it on the back end, then
Then that's something where it feels like, okay, how deep are we in this? You know what I'm saying?
How deep are you in the sex?
Nah, in the relationship.
Relationship. Okay, we get there.
Go.
You.
I mean, we don't talk about
I'm like,
sex.
how deep?
Go.
Listen, it's a legit thing. I don't even know
Up.
this. Okay, so question for the ladies: why do women cheat?
Because they're not happy.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Because they're not happy. Simple answer.
Yeah.
Men,
Then
you guys.
leave.
You said they leave. That's
But
what
it's like that.
Because y'all
I
be
mean,
the same thing with men. You men's always cheat. Y'all just leave then.
I
Same
think
with
it's
women,
that
y'all just leave too.
I think there's so many different reasons. It's like
Yeah.
a security blanket. So I think a lot of women, we might stay with that person until we find somebody else.
See, that's the lowest of the low.
It's like a security
Low,
blanket. It's like,
low,
I mean,
low.
it's a security blanket.
Tell me to my face, like, come on, bro.
Straight up.
Be straight up.
Straight up.
that you're not happy.
Yeah, so I waste my time.
But on the opposite end, why do men cheat?
Men don't cheat.
Why have I?
Black men don't cheat.
What? See, this is why I needed.
Why do men lie? Next question.
Wait.
Why do men lie?
We have a question from the.
That was in the chest.
I'm just saying.
Hurt with that one first.
I'm just saying. Men cheat, okay? They do.
Men cheat.
I got cheat.
Okay.
I'll be real.
Okay, so why do men cheat?
Why did I cheat? I cheated back because I would never cheat for her.
Wait.
So you're
Black
cheating.
men don't cheat.
You cheated in retaliation.
I cheated to even it up.
How did it work?
Are you still in that relationship? Okay. Okay.
So was that yes or no?
How did it work out?
Yeah.
I have 2 children
By her?
by the person that I cheated with. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, but like, so does she know she was the one you cheated with?
Yeah, she had a man too.
Let's talk about it. Ladies, let's talk about it.
Okay, this is scandalous. Wow. I'm here for it.
What's more, he was locked up.
Okay.
But listen,
All right.
Oh
I
God.
like that.
hey,
So nobody else on this house has cheated before.
y'all.
I have.
Oh, there we go.
I have.
There we go.
I have. But, ain't no legitimate reason. It was distance. It was distance.
Okay.
It was distance, you know? And I was like, I needed to fill the void.
Oh, golly! Help me!
No.
What void, Lord?
I mean, what void
The
left?
figure.
Help
distance?
How far was the distance?
5 hours.
What? You drive?
Excuse me, time out. This was college. I was an athlete. Y'all, it's not that easy
Yeah,
to just, you know,
schedule
I ain't had a schedule to just
That's fair.
skirt,
What about the
skirt,
other
you know what I
person?
mean? The other person was an athlete too, so it worked out well. Oh, the person I cheated with?
Wow.
Actually, all of us was athletes, if we being real.
Hey.
All of us.
So y'all didn't have time for a relationship.
We really didn't, you know? But we know
That
we
was
did.
your fault.
You said we. Okay.
But like he said, you know, cheating happened, like his situation, cheating happened on both ends.
Right.
I mean, I found out later, but still, I got cheated on first, if we be honest.
The cheat back is, hey.
I ain't know it was a cheat back. I
So
thought
the
it was
cheat-
first, but still,
Oh.
at the end of the day.
I respect you for
And then-
owning that though.
My question
Yeah.
to piggyback off of all of this: if somebody cheats on you and you cheat back, is it then okay?
No.
Like
No.
y'all
Yeah.
both,
Two wrongs
y'all
don't make
both.
it right. No.
Two negatives make a positive. That's universal language.
You better speak that language.
Hey, I'm on style. Right.
So,
That's Tyson, bro.
That's not-
Oh,
I see you,
No.
Samara. Thank you.
okay,
Yeah.
so then that gives my question to Aaron. Are you and wifey worried about
Never. No.
cheating again?
No, never.
Never.
That's my heart. Like, what I'm gonna do? Track her? Follow her everywhere?
Okay.
She goes to work and goes home, just like I go to work and go back home. Like, we don't have time. We have 2 kids. Who gonna cheat? Where's the time? We got bottles to make and Pampers to change. Who gonna cheat?
So y'all stuck. Y'all didn't.
Stuck.
Y'all in it. Y'all in the winning.
Wanted to.
Couldn't if we wanted to. It's not happening.
I mean, there are stepmommies and stepdaddies, so it's not unheard of.
That's true.
But y'all don't have
I
time
ain't
for it.
having no other man raise my child.
I wish somebody would.
What?
No. I
Like-
was dead before that happened.
No.
So does that mean like you wouldn't let your spouse be like not your spouse, but your baby mama or baby father be happy with somebody else?
They're gonna be happy with me because I'm gonna do
Yeah,
everything.
I ain't no, 'cause
But what
that
if? But what if? Remember how we said before about women cheating, and you wanted her to keep it real.
Right.
What if she keeps it real, says she's not happy, gets with somebody else, then what?
What can I do
Then
for
I'm
my child
let's
happy?
go.
What
Okay.
needs to be done so that you're a happy
Yo, I
person?
saw this post and it said, I'm gonna chew my girl's ankles off before I let her walk out my life. And that's the type of energy y'all want. Like, I'm just saying.
But that's good energy.
It's crazy,
though.
but it's like, you know, every girl wants her man to have that vibe.
But
That
look,
type of energy.
in my case, okay, if my boo decides she wants to leave, I'm putting her on child support. Facts. She gotta pay me child support. I got 2
That's
kids,
But she got 2 kids as well.
but she the one wanna leave.
When
Ooh,
she leaves, if in
Right.
your situation,
Yeah.
if the woman leaves, doesn't she, in 99% of the cases, always get
Okay.
a child?
Our producer is sipping her
It's
tea.
not this
Okay, listen. Man, you better not go nowhere because you about to do that child
I'm
support.
my kid.
My son.
Okay, quick check. We have Courtney who says women cheat emotionally or with emotion. So maybe we aren't getting something from our current relationship because men are a little bit like y'all are like emotionally detached.
Kind of like a dog with a bone.
How you figure?
Man, dogs with bones. We see a bigger bone, we want a bigger bone.
So what does that mean, Miles? Speak for yourself.
I just told him to speak for himself.
Okay.
If I got my bone, I like my bone, I'm keeping my bone.
There are more meaty bones.
Different flavors of
Different flavors of
different
bones.
types of bones.
Different qualities of
Some
bone.
Hey, if I'm happy with my bone, we good. We good.
Organic grass-fed bones.
They are, but hey,
J.
look at
Cole
the chicken
said
fried
you ain't never gonna be
but they
happy
ain't my
until you love
taste.
yours, y'all.
That's
Love
right.
yours.
I mean, that's true. So, are
What
you
you
going
got?
to? So when we're talking about cheating and stuff like that, and are you going to invest in what you have if it's broken, or are you going to keep it pushing?
Yeah, I'm gonna invest.
Yeah, you have to.
Y'all saying it now.
Yo,
Hey, I
hey,
think it
It's
works.
easier said than done, but like,
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
because
Okay.
like you asked me earlier, the foundation my relationship is built on. We didn't have no choice but to invest. That's all in. Like,
But question, and this is not a. You can plead the fifth.
I don't know what
You
to-
said build it like the foundation is built on y'all are gonna invest, right?
Yeah.
But y'all both came together from cheating.
That's facts, but like I said, I cheated back. A, B.
Oh, so there's
Her
a
man
difference?
was in jail. Okay, and he earned it.
He deserved what he got.
He earned it. If you're watching, you earned it.
Okay.
If you watching, he said it.
I Okay,
Got
so
that stick.
we are going to go to the next question from my panelists. Do men hold themselves to the same standards they hold some or someone they are interested in dating? And that's girls and guys. Do you hold the person you're interested in to the same standard, i.e., virginity, body counts, STDs, etc.? And it goes for the guys and the girls.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a loaded
I see
question.
you, Tate. Yes.
So,
Ready with it.
so James Tate said, Aaron, pull up game.
Strong.
Unfortunately, pull out
He didn't say
game weak.
sex. Wait, okay.
Oh, wow.
So you didn't try.
Two.
Your pull out game week. Did you try?
That's the love of my life. Never mind.
You tried.
What
I mean,
I was about to say is I'm never pulling out again, but we might be too extra.
Wow. You don't need to.
I mean, he did put a ring on, so y'all can keep making a ring, but
That's it.
Listen,
situation.
I need to
At
start.
some point, I'm just gonna stop.
You said you start 5,
You start with 5. I mean, the basketball team. 5
so you
boys.
getting 3 more?
Absolutely not. That was a joke.
No.
Broke.
So no more?
No
Like no?
mas.
It's a no?
I would love a daughter, but listen.
I mean, I'd say you keep trying for a daughter.
No, man.
Just keep shooting.
I'm the oldest of
Just
9.
keep shooting your shot.
Ah, man.
Wow.
Straight.
At this point, we got to stop.
Yeah.
It wasn't God's plan for you to have a daughter at that time then.
I agree.
Okay, so back to the question. Do men hold themselves, or do women hold yourselves to the same standard that you hold someone else that you are interested in dating
Ooh,
or having sex with, since we were talking about sex?
that's very accurate.
Yoli had a great comment.
That's
Yeah.
very
Okay, wait. So now we got a comment check, because everybody can see it. Yoli said yes and no, because there are certain expectations that a role
That role specific.
that are role specific. What are we talking about then?
So certain things men are expected to do.
Right.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, facts.
But what does that mean though? I need you to
Chivalry
explain
and such.
explain
Yeah.
your
Chivalry and all.
chivalry, but y'all won't buy us a drink in the club?
That's not chivalry, that is scammery.
Yeah, that is like that's
Well, I'm gonna buy you a drink in the club so you can go home with some other dude.
Hell,
facts.
But if you're putting out your best foot forward,
I don't gotta buy a drink to
Okay.
get your attention.
but we're in the club, you do. So what you gonna do? You gonna have a conversation with me in the
I'm gonna
club?
wait till you leave the club and I'll walk.
The last person who tried to have a conversation with me in the club, I ended up with another guy.
Ow, it's you though.
Retweet.
Oh my god.
Not just me.
Retweet.
He tried to have a whole like, hey, what do you do? What are your?
Was he
I'm
handsome?
sitting here like, huh?
Right.
Like it's the music. I can't hear you. Then the other guy was like, listen, you wait for him to go away. I was like, ooh, absolutely.
Hello.
I'm telling you, he still got my heart.
hey,
Let's talk about
my
it.
guy.
We're not gonna talk
Right.
about it. We talked about it in
Right.
the last relationship talk. So catch that episode. Anywho,
I feel the same way.
so do you hold it to the same standard? It is. What's his face?
I mean,
Oh my god.
Oh no, not what's his face. Oh wait,
Okay.
not what's his face. Oh. No, not what's his face.
I thought we were talking about Instagram combo. Sorry.
Oh no, not what's his face.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to know his face.
So are you? That's the after hours like offline topic.
I think that's his face.
So was that?
I'm sorry.
So what was the answer to that? Do men hold themselves to the same standards that they hold women?
unfortunately not.
So if you talk about body count and stuff like that,
No, I mean,
do you?
I want to know your body count.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
It kind of. And
Why?
I say that because I'm a little bit too old to be explaining to you how to do certain things.
So you need a body count. So you don't want a
So
virgin.
you need a.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Because,
Oh, so we're.
and I'm not saying the more people, the better you are, because you can be with one person for like 5-10 years.
Facts.
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I don't want to be teaching anybody anything, so
So you
But
need
sometimes
them
it
to
be
know.
that's good, bad.
So
Sometimes it could be like, dang, she don't know what you're doing, but also it could be a welcome moment for her. Hey, show what you want.
it's kind of like
Surprise in the light, my brother.
you said what?
Surprise in the light.
But if you think about it, a virgin or even somebody who isn't as experienced it's like a blank slate. You can teach them how you want it to be done for you.
Yeah.
But
That's
you
what-
only invest that knowledge in people
Right.
to stay with. Because I ain't gonna do a trick showing them a guy.
Correct.
Right.
I mean, that is true.
I mean,
that is true.
Great prepared women
Yes.
that are now with other people.
Yes.
No.
And I see them in the mall together. I see dudes smiling big, and I'm like, "You're welcome."
You're welcome. Exactly.
You better look at you.
Know what I'm saying?
Listen, because that's essentially what Christian Grey did with Anastasia, and Anastasia in 50 Shades of Grey. Catch up on. You haven't watched it? Listen, you may learn some stuff. They got like whips and like clips and stuff.
Oh, I don't
I
need
had to look up some stuff. No, I'm telling you.
Don't you try to handcuff me.
I know.
What?
Don't handcuff me.
I'm paranoid. Don't
You
handcuff
can
me.
use a tie or
So-
a belt. You don't have to go like.
Nah, man, I don't.
I mean, but listen.
I
So
cannot
y'all,
be
none
restrained.
of y'all have seen 50 Shades of Grey.
I have, but I don't want to be
I
restrained.
have.
I'm fearful of that.
But ladies, have you read the book though?
I have.
No, I have not.
I had to listen. I had to borrow that from somebody.
Yeah.
I read all
Yeah.
three.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great book.
Great book. Okay. So then, since talking about 50 Shades of Grey, how do y'all feel about sex toys in the bedroom?
Bring it.
Hey, depends on what it is. Like
Depends on what it is.
Like a little rabbit for it. Hey.
Don't pull out one of these joints with
You know
the-
what I mean? One that don't
Nah,
like this.
don't pull out
What is
that.
that?
Roll down
Don't
like this.
pull out none of that. Nah.
But no, rabbit jaw.
I heard it's called flog.
And
I thought y'all watched the movie. I watched the movie, you read the book, you learn some stuff, you gotta look it up, and I was like, oh.
Like at the car.
oh, Jesus. What is this charge?
No, but on a serious note, listen, people have sex parties and stuff where they get on that
I'm
contract.
not with that.
You go to Spencer's, if you go all the way to the back, on that corner.
They got them joints in the mall?
Listen, I don't know about that. I just went for research.
That's
I went for research purposes.
quote unquote research.
There's a couple like
That
sex
was-
players in Virginia that stole them sex toy parties for women to come to.
Hero man.
Pure romantic. Definitely did that in college. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then she gave you a catalog.
I actually threw a party with them. That was actually fun. It was like
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's not
You
like
learn a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you.
I feel like that's setting the wrong expectation.
Why?
Like that. Are men invited?
No, it's just
You
you
buy
buy
good,
toys.
good.
You're
Okay,
buying
cool.
toys.
Men are there. I'm like, that's the wrong expectation. Like,
It's not an orgy.
I mean-
it's like it's like
You're buying
That's
toys.
right.
It really is buying toys. It's like I got this. It's a It's this. Wait a minute. Let me talk about it. I told you my mama in the room. I don't buy sex toys. It's like this perfume stuff, and then each person has their own scent. And it was a total scam, but they did have some. They did have some edible stuff. They have some stuff you can put on that makes stuff warm, and it's, you gotta read it yourself. I'm telling you, watch 50 Shades of Grey, read the book. It's even better. I'm just, Miles, you say that now. You say that now until
listen.
you get old girl and you're like, let me try some things.
yeah, and then her mouth be swollen because she's allergic to the stuff.
I mean, I mean, you need to do. Then that means you need to do an allergy test. They tell you that on every box.
I have bad
Allergy
That is
test.
so
Yeah, how do you perform the allergy test? I'm just confused, like, you know.
I think you're supposed to like rub it on the back of your skin, and if you like see like little bumps, like something small, like a little bit.
I mean, okay, cosmetology, we know this. That's how you're supposed to do an allergy test. Okay, so we are going to move on to the next question. Why does it have to be tit for tat in order to receive the best of your sex life?
What?
So meaning, when you're talking like even oral sex, I guess, right? You know how you say like men or women may say, if you ain't doing that, then I ain't doing this.
Oh, big
That's
facts.
petty.
Yeah, that's
I'm a
right.
big
Yeah,
patty.
No.
I'm a big patty, bro.
What?
You're not finna receive this.
Hey, I like pleasing, so I'm gonna do it.
I
I
mean,
don't care.
Nah.
I do believe in reciprocity, but I
I
also
know,
feel like if I'm not ready to do this and you are, I ain't gonna stop you from doing you. But I just told you I'm not ready.
I feel
So
like
you laughing,
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
think that.
I mean, maybe later on I'll be ready, but right now I'm not. And if you are, then go on. I ain't stopping you.
I feel that.
Listen, okay. So if you ready, you ready. If you not, then still do your thing.
If they want to.
If they want
Which
to.
I hope they do. If you don't want to, I guess I get it. I guess
How you gonna jump right into it though?
You said what?
So you gonna jump right into it? One of the foreplay? If he don't want to do it, you don't want to do it.
I mean,
No.
there's heavy
Then that means you're going straight.
singing.
But it ain't the
I
same.
think it's other stuff.
It's not the same. But listen, if you're new to the roster, I'm not putting you right in the game.
The rust.
You gotta ride the bench for a little while.
But what does that
And
mean?
you gotta perform well in practice.
That's what I'm
Well, in
saying. Yeah.
practice,
Like,
That don't mean you can't pull up. You can't.
You're not my starting point guard, so
Oh, nah, okay.
draft you.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
I could have sworn we're in football season. Like, what that mean?
Listen, it's hoop season all year. 365 and I'm shooting.
AAU.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does that mean about you got to sit her on the bench, all that?
Right.
What that mean?
So if I come to your scouting combine and I see that you are deficient in certain skills, I'm gonna need those skills developed before I put you in the game.
Okay. So how do you expect her to develop those skills if it ain't on you?
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's be about it in practice.
Okay. So investing again.
Right. Yes.
Turn up. Okay. So, next question is, and this is going back to getting tested for STDs and HIV. Why do men wait for their partners to get tested in order to test themselves? Is it fear or is it laziness? It has to be one or the other.
I think that's personal preference from guys, because I know personally I know guys who won't get tested, but they'll wait for their girl to get tested, and when she doesn't have anything, they're like, okay, I'm good. I know guys personally
I mean, but
who do that. I'm gonna go 3 times a year regardless. So
Hey.
only 3 times a year?
yeah, it used to be like after partners. Now it's just I'm just going to get tested to get tested.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
quarterly.
Quarterly, okay.
Quarter review.
Okay.
Review.
Right.
So listen, like, Doc, I'm good?
Right.
All right. I'll see you next season.
I feel like every man, if y'all are listening, please, after every new person you have sex with, go get tested.
Yeah.
And if you're concerned or think that you might be doing something with someone else, go get tested. So you know. That way you can leave, because you know you ain't do nothing and she gave you something, so you can just dip.
Right.
Oh, so she gave
Go get tested.
I mean, that goes to everybody.
Everybody,
Men
yeah.
and women. Because men be dibbling and dabbling. Got your little star players and all of that. I'm just saying. And you guys, STDs and, well, not HIV, but STDs are a little bit more dormant than in women. Like, women actually have symptoms. Men can carry it for a while and not know it. So women get tested, men get tested. While Lady T is talking about sex, that is our main topic. Listen, our topic is sex talk, okay? But for the greater good, not just to talk about sex. So we're arguing somewhere with it. But let's go ahead and do this here. Comment check. James Tate said, don't get trapped in a closet and end up getting that doggone package. The only package you should get is from Amazon, FedEx, UPS.
Correct.
Not that package. Okay? Check out Trapped in the Closet. Tony Sears says, tested for STDs. Get tested. Get tested. That's big facts, okay? So, men get tested, women get tested, everybody get tested. So we have another question. Why are, and I guess this goes for people, why are people so stuck in their ways about like sex or relationships or, I don't know, just stuck in your ways, in your mindset?
Like you don't want to change nothing?
Yes. So, for example, if you have somebody who comes into your life, right? And I guess this is for guys. I mean, I'm a female. I ain't never hollered at a woman, so I couldn't say that. But
It's 2018.
Yes. Absolutely not. Listen, I can't lay on another soft chest. I got to. I'm in a spoon child, okay? I need to be a ladled spoon.
Ladle.
I'm and I need you to cut me, okay? but not here because I still live with my mom. But I'm telling you. Okay, no, but for real. You do need a little. Listen.
Hey.
To each their own. I guess women can still cuddle too. Can women cuddle too?
They can.
They can. Okay.
I'm just saying they can. They can.
Okay. So can I ask a question then, Lex?
What do you want to know? Because we going off topic. But no.
That's not off topic.
All right,
That's not off topic.
what's
We
your
talked
question?
about this. Okay. And we're gonna put that one on pause.
Oh
So
Lord, sorry y'all.
I did. So I'm gonna unpin that comment because we're gonna have another comment. Another question. So you said women can cuddle too, right?
They can.
Do you think that there's a difference between dating? Well, what is the biggest difference between dating a man and a woman?
Emotional attachments.
Okay.
Women are emotionally attached to each other way stronger than a female dating a male.
Why do you think that is?
Because I think women are more emotional than men.
Okay. Listen, that makes a difference.
Does that mean it is harder to leave a woman, like for that relationship to end than it would be with a man?
In some cases, it just depends on the type of woman, I guess. Because there are some women who, can leave without issues. But then there are some women who are more attached than others. So, I guess it depends on the type of woman.
I think all saying what type of guy you're messing with, honestly. It's type of guy. Because it go back to stuck in your ways kind of thing.
Yeah.
Some girls keep messing with the same guy, getting the same results. And they don't want to change up. And, you know what I'm saying? They say, oh, I want this and that.
Probably
I want a ball, I want an athlete, keep getting the same results in each ball, each athlete.
But then it's hashtag men are trash.
Facts!
But it is done.
But it's the you messing with this trash. That's the thing.
It's probably
Ain't
'cause
all
you really
men
need
that's
that
being
go
messing with this trash.
He was messing with that. She missed it. So, since you talked about the same mindset, same people you're attracted to or whatever, men are attracted to the same kind of women as well. Because my thing is, y'all say, and this is y'all in general, not like my guys on the panel, but y'all say y'all want a certain type of woman, y'all want somebody goal-oriented, ambitious, whatever. Then you do go for them big booty Judies, like
On Instagram, half naked.
Face
off. It's fun to look at.
But that's what y'all go for, though.
I'm not going to talk to her. I'm just looking at her on Instagram.
I'm on Instagram.
Listen.
You should look at all the other flavors as long as you don't try to sample one. You look at it.
But
Go to
that's-
the ice cream store and just look.
Okay, so for example, like, you say you want all of that, right? Do you actually...
It looks nice. I mean, of course, men will be like, yeah, I would like to want that, but not every girl built like that. So you gotta make compromise.
Okay.
Not every guy built like LeBron James, so we're gonna make compromise.
That's what it was?
I was just I was thinking
Michael B. Jordan's more my taste.
Okay, let's say that. Not every guy built like that. I'm sorry.
Hey, auntie. I like it. So, when we were talking about originally stuck in your ways and stuff like that, like if you, I don't know, females have heard it more. I don't know if women say the same kind of stuff, but you may have a guy who says, listen, like, I'm not about to be in no relationship. All I want to do is have fun. And you, like, I feel like that's when women try to get into changing a man. What do you do when somebody's stuck in your ways? So do you think women are wrong for sticking around when a man says that they're not looking for a relationship, that they just want to have fun?
Yeah.
Yes, they're wrong.
Yes, they're wrong.
They're wrong? Keep it pushing? Keep it pushing?
Yeah, I mean, like, if I told you up front, I set the right expectations up front,
Okay.
and then you get mad at the end, that's your fault.
Yeah.
I told you up front, this is what's going on, this is what I'm feeling, and you're okay with that? Hey, it's your fault if you get hurt then,
A major key for
because you want something else.
Major key is if a dude says that to you, do the same thing, and I bet you're gonna chase after you. Once you act like you don't care and you start seeing other dudes, you chase after you.
You think?
It's a major key.
Dog.
If it's like that.
I mean, okay, so then what about for men? Because I don't, I've been a woman all my life. So your thought process, like, what woman would make you want to change? At what point do you not settle down? Because I don't like to say settling. Settling is not getting your most. At what point do you get into a relationship and actually change your ways? And what kind of woman does that take?
I mean, I think if we hanging out, if I'm going and saying I want this, right? I just want to have fun, right? And I'm hanging out with her, maybe, and I get talking to her, get to know her. Yeah. I might change my mind. I might be like, oh, okay.
But that's because she stuck around, right? But you just said she was wrong for sticking around. So I know we've all. If I say, okay, I want to have fun, right? And let's say we just have fun, have sex a whole bunch of times, right? Okay. That's all we do is having sex. But we hanging out too, and she's kind of cool to hang out with. I like her and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, hey, I might change my mind. I might say, hey, I kind of want to not just fuck. I not just have sex, but I want to. I just want to. It's lit. It happens when talking about sex.
You know.
Yeah.
So it just depends on the person. If we vibe real good and like that catches my attention. Yeah. Hey.
Okay.
I think it depends on the person. When I was in my early 20s, I don't care who would have came up to me. The only thing that was better than what I was getting was the next thing that I was going to get. It took me coming to the realization that me growing up, basically, and realizing that I didn't want a whole bunch of mediocre things. I wanted one good thing. And that's just a part of growing up. That's what I think that is. So I feel like it depends on the person. And it's more of something that you have to come to terms with, that you don't want to be doing all the things you used to be doing, more than it is somebody changing your mind about it.
Okay. So getting this back into our sex topic, from a man or even a woman with a high sex drive when you're younger, or in your prime time, whatever, when you counting them bodies, like don't crook that. So after you've done with your prime time or whatever, and you do get with that one solid person, do you think you can stay with that one solid person, knowing how much sex you used to have and the different kind of sex you used to have? Like, what do you do then? Like, do you think you can?
You be having different kind of sex with that one person.
Okay, but isn't it a reason why you were in your prime time having sex with multiple people at first? Do you just quail that? Like, does that just get suppressed?
No, I just unleash it different every time on my boo.
Okay.
Listen, different.
Okay. From a woman's perspective, you want something different. I have 50 different wigs. Okay. I'm a character. I have mood swings and all. I can get Listen, come on, women. High five. Okay. Come on. We can do costumes. We got Amazon Prime. It could come within 2 days.
You want an accent?
We can talk about it.
You want me Puerto Rican? I can do that too.
Okay. We got a wet and a wavy situation. Do you want to not talk about it? And we can do sign language. What? We can do sign language. You know how I'm feeling. It's sign language. You just missed it. I got a high five from somebody who's fixing his over there. But yes, we could talk. Hello. If you want to I'll be over there in the event talking about something. Like all of that, right? So anyway.
I'm gonna lie down, you kind of freaking. So I don't know what you're public. You start doing all these things, I'm like.
Okay, so listen.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Listen, okay, so quick comment check, which Yolanda said, what appears to a real man's eye is not the same that appeals to his heart. That's why they double tap but settle down with the one that is nothing like the chick of the pig.
Facts.
Well,
Oh my God. Facts in the machine.
Facts?
Facts in the machine.
That's what Yolanda, I'm telling you, she's the bomb.
Disagree.
Like, she's
Disagree.
Why do you disagree?
Disagree because, again, like, we're putting too much emphasis on one thing. Just because a woman is attractive and likes and is free with her sexuality and wants to show her nipples on Instagram doesn't mean that she lacks substance and I don't want to be with her. So you're saying that because she looks a certain way, I want to be with the little 4 over here instead of being with the 10. No, absolutely not. I want to be with what's good for me. And what's good for me might be the girl with 4 million followers on Instagram that shows her nipples. It might work.
And that's fine too.
So you go out with a girl who shows
Show her
nipples.
nipples to everybody on Instagram.
No, I like my joints to be covered.
So she gotta be covered.
Yeah.
So I feel like that
It's
is
insecurity.
not a little bit because
A little bit.
hold on because the reason that you're with the woman or the person that you're with, part of it is probably because they're attractive. So other people are gonna think that person's attractive too. You can't get mad because everybody thinks the girl you're with is attractive or
That's
the guy
true.
you're with is attractive.
That's true. There's a line though, because like my girl doesn't dress, you know what I'm saying, like all that provocatively, but in the moments where she does, coworkers or whomever, like the attention is there, like red exclamation point over the head. So
Yeah.
this has happened to me like at her job before, where I'm like, I'm on lunch, she's on lunch, or about to go on lunch rather. So I'm like, babe, you know, what do you want to get? Blah, blah. We're talking about lunch, and dude comes up to her and is like, damn, shorty. I'm like,
Whoa.
Hold on.
I'm talking to her right now. You know what I'm saying? She's busy. She'll get to you in a second. And he's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting on this bad white girl to talk to me. But I'm like, okay, that's my bad. And she's like, babe, no, it's fine, blah, blah, blah. Wait for me. So I'm like, okay. So I take a step to the side, and dude literally starts like licking his lips, like, excuse my language. Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? What's going on with that nigga over there? And she was like, this ring is what's going on with that nigga over there.
Okay.
So
That's what you got. That security.
Right.
at a certain point, like,
Okay.
I'm ready to let my man know physically that
What's good?
it's good or it's not good. So that goes right into the like how you want to be perceived, and sort of like what you were touching on, like, is it the 4, is it the 10, or is it what's good for you?
So here's producer and Tangi, relationships part 3. I think that in that situation, your girl should be like, nah.
Yeah.
And
I mean, she
might not be able to,
claim.
for the job, and
Right.
but depending on the job, you may have to
Right.
like talk to people, that kind of thing.
Right.
But that should be a relationship part 3, where if a woman or
Write
a
it
man
down,
comes up to
Chris.
your significant other, you need to be like, there don't need to be no extra flirting and any open doors or cracks in the door left over, somebody put their foot in it and get through that door.
Okay.
Right. That's fact.
They should stomp their toe. But I think
Never go back to that door again.
I know, but like, oh, they closed. Not that door. But do you think that's the same for men? Because I feel like women are they can be flirty. They could not care that you're in a relationship. Do men shut it down as well?
I think it's fun.
And that's still in relationship part 3.
I love to shut it down. It's hilarious to me.
You said you love to shut it down?
Yeah. Because
So
I'm engaged, but I still
what
want
does
to
shutting it down look like?
just laughing, bro. Like,
That's it?
I'm
No,
washed. Like,
no.
you want to be with me?
He's so washed.
I'm washed. Like, I have 2 children. You don't want me.
Listen, females are okay with playing stepmommy.
No. Hold up.
Not me. I can't afford kids, but I mean, listen. So maybe relationship part 3 is where we go after our sex talk, because we got a lot that I feel like needs to be talked about. But I do want to thank my lovely panel. You all were amazing. You kept it 100. Okay, we got a little personal. So to conclude our time today, I want to say thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for coming to me during football season, because I don't know who playing right now, but we about to go watch the game and eat, you know?
Yeah.
Of course, once again, the Cowboys, I heard are playing. Is that true? Listen.
It's garbage.
No?
Basketball.
Okay, anywho. Moving forward, thank you to the panelists again. Kiara, Miles, Aaron, A.A. Ron, Alexis, and Sensei. You want to go by Sensei or you want to go by Joe?
What is Sensei's
Sensei's great. Sensei's great. Whole Facebook Live is going to know you by Sensei. Thank you to my team that puts us together. Thank you to my amazing mom who works behind the scenes diligently as the producer, the chef, and the momager. Your girl got a lot of hats going on. That's how I keep my panelists coming, because your girl be throwing it down. Okay? LadyT, let's talk about it. Get on this panel and you'll taste it. Thank you to my music production team who is working on our theme song. I can't wait for you all to hear that. Shout out to Paige, Brianna, Jada Kiss. I love you, Sean. Because they're putting together a theme song. So keep on the watch for that. Stay connected. Follow me on social media on Instagram at MissAmbitious12 and on Facebook at Tandela Lomax. Thank you everyone again and have a great night. Until next time, I'm Lady T. Let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk.